All right, and welcome. You know, it's been about a month, right? Has it been a month? I don't know, actually. I don't think it's been a month. But it's been quite some time since we've done a tier list. And as you can see, we're doing the classic ranking every single EX. Actually, I think it's been a few weeks. But we're ranking every single EX card. Mega Rising version, right? Mega Rising is here. There's a few EXs that were introduced. There's a few cards that might make some of these EXs better, you know? Some like support cards that might make some of the old EXs better. But yeah, like it's been a long time since I ranked every EX, like I said. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. I think you already know the spiel, right? You guys have seen enough tier lists, so let's get right into the renaming. Now this tier is going to be like just don't do it. You probably don't want to run it. You probably don't want to use it, right? D tier. I feel like is there always an E tier? I feel like I don't need an E tier, but D is gonna be I don't know. We're just gonna put I don't know. C is gonna be okay, maybe. You know, okay, maybe this could work. Playable. Let's have that be playable. Very nice, very nice. And this is gonna be peak, because you know my most recent video I named it the peak. Hydreigon and Greninja, it was the peak. So let's make S tier the peak tier. Oh, you guys can't even see it. There we go. You guys can see it. My little logo was above it, but as you can see, the peak tier is in fact here. So, like I said, you guys have seen enough tier lists. I'm not gonna yap too long on some of these cards, but I kind of want to talk about Venusaur. Right, I kind of do want to talk about Venusaur. We know the spiel on Venusaur. It heals. It's one of those tanky EXs that, you know, he does a decent amount of damage, but he's really energy hungry. He's so energy hungry. I almost want to say he got a little bit better because of Lilligant. You know, I think Lilligant is an interesting card, but Lilligant is not a basic. Lilligant is a stage 1, I believe, right? So, but it can make Venusaur literally so tanky that like it'll just live everything. Like it can live 3 hits from like the craziest things. But even then, does it live 2 hits from Mega Blaziken though? That I do not know. I think he might live 2 hits. I'm not sure. But the thing that still, even with Lilligant, it doesn't really fix his energy problem. So I'm gonna put Venusaur in, I don't know. I don't think my opinions have changed much on Venusaur EX. So I'm just gonna have to place him in, I don't know for now. Sorry for you Venusaur fans. Executor EX, I still think is playable. I don't know about very nice, but I really don't know what'll make Executor EX not playable. Like, it's still playable. It got a little weaker. You know, power creep is a thing. You know, these new EXs are very strong for 2 energy. You know, the power creep is rampant, but I still think Executor EX is playable. You can lose to it. I still think you could lose to it. Celebi EX. I think Celebi EX is more playable than Venusaur, right? I'll put it in okay, maybe. I think Grass needs a little bit more. Maybe an Accelerator Superior is a lot to put in a deck still. It's the only way to accelerate Grass energy still. Celebi could easily maybe come up here in the future, but for right now, okay, maybe. I don't think Celebi is like, I'm jumping up to play Celebi like, oh, Celebi, oh my goodness, no. To be honest with you guys, I'm really not. Down Mega EX, not big on it. I think there are better colorless EXs that aren't like weak to electric, right? Electric's pretty good right now. I don't know where I really want to rank Rion Mega, but he's definitely better than Venusaur, right? The discarding energy thing is lame though. The discarding energy part is very lame. You can't build other things while you build and play Yanmega, so it's like not really big on that. Leafeon is amazing now. Leafeon is almost even peak. I think Boosted Evolution Eevee did make Leafeon EX a lot better. A lot better. I'm going to put it in very nice, if not, I don't know about peak, because it's not just winning everything. I don't see it in rank on cooldown. So I'm not going to put it in peak, but it's very nice. Leafeon EX is very nice. Very nice. Easily very nice. Like, it's an actual incredible card. Beedrill. I think Beedrill's playable. Depends on how fast you get it, but, you know, with Chingling in the game, these stage 2 mons, you know, Chingling could really make it hard for you to play the game. That means you have to play with a, what is it? A Kakuna or a Weedle? And those cards are not great. Like, it helps to have a strong basic in stage 1 nowadays with things like Chingling, item locking. Beedrill EX, I'm not big on. I think it's playable. Do I think it's playable? Yeah, I think it's playable. Is Beedrill EX playable, or it's okay maybe? I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of an okay maybe. It's kind of an okay maybe, I'm gonna be honest. Decidueye is very nice. For some reason, Decidueye just continues, even in the next meta. In Mega Rising, Decidueye is honestly almost peak. Like, he even places decently well in tournament, doesn't he? Decidueye, I always see Decidueye plays very well. It's very good. Colorless, snipe the bench. Lots of HP. Even in a Chingling meta, I still see Decidueye putting up decent numbers. It's very good in the Decidueye deck, where you only run Decidueyes. It's a very good mon. Decidueye is a very good mon. Very good mon. Delmise, why does this exist? No. Buzzwole, I think, got a little worse. I'm really not seeing Buzzwole, and I'm not even losing to Buzzwole anymore for real. But it's definitely playable. I think the prime Buzzwole deck with Luzamine, what is it, Pheromosa, Kartana, I think it's playable, but I'm really not big on it. I think Buzzwole's just holding on for dear life. Like, he's close to dropping on here, but it's still good. I think he's still good. Depends on how crazy the power creep is in the next mini set. Shuckle, I still believe in Shuckle. I think Shuckle's playable. I know people aren't big on Shuckle, but, and I can understand why, but I still think Shuckle's decently playable. I mean, it's not great. It's definitely not great. Maybe with Lilligant, it got a little better. I'm not really sure how I feel about Shuckle, but I really don't think Shuckle's trash or anything. Like, definitely not. So I'm going to put him there for now. Jumpluff EX. Underrated. Underrated. Actually, I'm going to move. No, actually, should I move Shuckle down, guys? I don't know. It is an EX. Like, do you really want to start tanking with an EX? I'm not gonna lie, guys, I almost want to move Shuckle down. I know I was like, Shuckle's great, but now that I look at Jumpluff, I think Jumpluff belongs there. Not Shuckle, sorry, Shuckle. But Jumpluff, I think, is so underrated. Jumpluff is very, very underrated. I remember on the subreddit, I think I saw a player, I'm gonna have to try the deck for myself. I gotta find the actual post. But someone was running Jumpluff, Ice Cube, and I think they said they were actually climbing in ranked. And that's actually a very interesting strategy. Like, Jumpluff is so cool, because it's colorless, it does 70, and you could go into an Oricorio, you could go into an Ice-U, you could go into a Dredagon. Like, I think there's a lot of things that aren't explored with Jumpluff, and I believe it's playable. I believe it's playable. If that Redditor is anything to believe, you know, unless they were lying, you know, you could climb ranked with Jumpluff. That's pretty amazing. I think Jumpluff is very playable. I want to put very nice, but I'm gonna have to see a deck go crazy with Jumpluff. Mega Pinsir EX, we're getting into the new boys. The new guys are in the game. Mega Pinsir EX. I'm not big on this card, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good with Leafeon, but I think it could be pretty good with Leafeon, but I don't know. The flip for 150, I don't know if I'm big on it. I think it's okay, maybe. Sorry for all the Mega Pinsir fans. I have yet to actually, like, lose to a Mega Pinsir, I think. I don't know. Mega Pinsir is not... I'm not big on it. I don't know. You guys can maybe sell me on it, but I'm not big on Mega Pinsir. I'm gonna be completely and utterly honest. Okay, Whimsicott EX. Not big on it. I'm sorry. I'm really not big on it. I think playing around retreat cost is just not great. A lot of the good mons only have like a 2 retreat cost, so you're not doing crazy big damage. His HP also isn't great. And he's a stage 2. So, like, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this card. I'm not big on it. I don't know, I'm really not big on it. I love Whimsicott so much, but I'm just gonna put him in okay maybe. He's definitely not Venusaur tier, but I'm just gonna put him in okay maybe. Charizard, guys, very nice. I don't know if I had it this high last time, but Genetic Apex Charizard with Flame Patch, that is a buff. Yes, guys, that is a buff. Charizard, Genetic Apex got a buff. Flame Patch makes it easier to, you know, deal with the Crimson Storm, discarding. It makes it easy to use him as a late game sweeper. Flame Patch is great. Heatmore is great as well. You can run it with Heatmore. Heatmore is incredible. I don't know about Peak. I think there's another Firemon that belongs in Peak, but Charizard EX is very nice for sure. Let's get these fire types out of the way. You're trash. Moltres. Moltres is... Not really big on Moltres, but I'm going to put him in maybe. I think it could work. You could definitely use a Moltres deck and win in my head, but I'm not big on him. I'm not really that big on him. So, Infernape Flame Patch. I feel like it's a buff, but I've yet to see anybody do it. I've yet to see an Infernape. Actually, maybe I should try it. Maybe we gotta try a Flame Patch Infernape video. What do you guys think? Flame Patch Infernape with maybe Heatmore? Maybe Magby? I'm not really sure what I run it with. Maybe, do you really need Magby? You probably don't, right? It's just Chingling. Yeah, Chingling is kind of a scare in that deck, right? Maybe Heatmore. But I want to say it's playable, but literally no one plays it, so I'm gonna put it in okay maybe. Well, I kind of believe it's playable. I wouldn't be surprised if it was playable, but like, what's preventing it from being playable? Seriously. I guess you need your flame patches. You know, like Mega Blaziken doesn't discard all energy. This guy discards all energy. That's probably the thing holding him back. So I'll put him in okay maybe for now. His HP stat is really nice though. Charizard Steam Artillery. Do I still think Charizard Steam Artillery is very nice? Do I think double Charizard? Do I think they both belong in very nice? I still think Steam Artillery is very good. Like, you could very well lose to Steam Artillery. You can still lose to Sylveon Steam Artillery. You 100% can. Like, just run Heatmore. Like, if you're worried about, just take what Blaziken has, you know, and run it like you run Mega Blaziken. I still think it's a very good card. You could lose to it like turn 3. You can still lose to it turn 3. I still think it's very nice. I think you can win. You can climb. You can climb to Master with Charizard EX. I kind of feel the same way about Incineroar EX. I don't know if I'm overrating. I still think they're both very, very good. You can even kind of deal with Oricorio. Still with Incineroar EX, the burn damage adds up. I know it's not like the craziest counter to Oricorio, but the burn damage adds up. I think it's nothing to scoff at. So I don't know. If anything, maybe playable, but like, I think it's very nice. I do think it's very nice. Flareon EX. I don't know. I'm not really seeing Flareon EX as much as I'm seeing the Charizards. I'm seeing the Charizards more than Flareon EX nowadays. But if anything, Fire types only got better this patch. Fire types only got better in this meta. I don't know what would cause it to fall. You know, I still think EV Bag, Red, the damage stacking is ridiculous on Flareon, just like Leafeon, right? I still think Flareon Leafeon is a playable deck. You can win with it. So, yeah. I think I'm still going to place it up here. I'm still going to place it up there. I don't know why I wouldn't. Ho-Oh. I kind of feel the same way I feel about Moltres. I think Moltres and Ho-Oh are more similar than people give them credit for. I think it's an okay maybe. I don't know if you guys will agree with that, but Ho-Oh is a big okay maybe for me. That's how I've always kind of felt about it. Since launch, honestly. Entei's playable. I don't have much to say about Entei, as opposed to what I said in my last ranking all EXs video. It's a draw engine. The damage isn't great, but it's a draw engine, so you know, that will always make him pretty good until a better draw engine gets introduced for fire types specifically. The damage could help sometimes, but you're rarely going to use Entei for damage, so that's why I'm not big on him. That's why I'm not putting him up here, but I still think he's playable. This guy is just literally the definition of I don't know. I just don't know why you run it. Rapidash EX. 3 fire energy is weird. I don't know. Let's just get to Blaziken. Sorry, Rapidash fans. I could be wrong though. Mega Blaziken is peak. Mega Blaziken is peak. I know it's not like winning every single tournament, but the amount of players playing it and how well it's doing in ranked, at least for me, in my opinion, it's doing so well in ranked. Like, if I play it in ranked, like, you're winning games, for sure. You can climb to master with Blaziken, for sure. Heatmore Blaziken is just very, very good. You can deal with Chingling decently well. You know, just run a Combuskin, run a Heatmore, of course. Cyrus synergy, Lily synergy. Underrated is running Lily with Mega Blaziken is very toxic. Keeps him alive forever. 2 energy, 140 is just broken. You know, and Flame Patch exists for this guy. So, yeah, he's pretty great. Mega Blaziken is pretty great. That's the first peak. I think he's great. He's great. Blastoise EX, the water types. I think Blastoise EX is a big ol'... I don't know. Sorry to the Blastoise fans. I don't know. I don't know about running that. I don't know why I'd run it. Starmie, I don't think is bad, but I still don't really know why you run it. But I'll put it okay maybe just because, you know, easier to evolve into. You don't need rare candy. You know, that's big, by the way. In a Chingling meta, you know, not needing rare candy is pretty big. So I'm gonna put him in okay maybe for now. That's how I feel about Starmie. Our tier list is getting pretty full, isn't it? Articuno, I don't know. I don't think it's trash, but because it's a basic, at least. But I'm not big on the energy requirements. That's some Misty, you know, genetic Apex stuff. Lapras, nah. Don't run Lapras. Lapras is not great. Gyarados EX regular. I cannot see why you'd run it over Mega Gyarados, to be honest. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. I'm not running Gyarados EX. Palkia is an okay maybe. I actually don't think Palkia is trash. I'm going to put him in okay maybe. I kind of have some ideas of decks Palkia could work in, but I 100% do not think Palkia is trash. I don't know. It's a good late game ender. Maybe. That's why it's in maybe, but, you know, it's just people, I don't think people want to run it. So, yeah. Glaceon EX, I just am not big on. I'm not big on it. I don't know why I'm just not big on it. I don't know why. I really wouldn't recommend playing it. Wugtrio is playable. I actually still think Wugtrio is playable. It also does not have to use rare candy. Keep that in mind. It's a big plus nowadays. Not needing rare candy is a big plus because Shinglink's everywhere. I think it's playable. It does decent damage, bench damage. You could cheese out some games with it. Wugtrio is playable. I don't know if I'm overrating it, but Wugtrio is decently playable to me. Crabominable, don't really know why it's not played a lot, but I want to say it's playable. I know this might be crazy, the way I'm ranking the water type EXs so far, but I want to say Crabominable is playable. Low energy cost, decently high damage, consistent damage, 80. And decent HP as well. And he's weak to steel, right? And not fire. So that's kind of interesting, right? Yeah, that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about Wishy-Washy's terrible, I think. Primarina is playable. I don't think it's amazing, sadly. I love Primarina. But I just think it's playable. I think Primarina is playable. That's how I feel about Primarina. Kingdra, I'm not big on. That's going to be another I don't know for me. Kingdra, I'm not big on. I don't think it's the can't retreat thing. I don't think it's that big yet, at least. Suicune EX is peak. You know, I think everything I said in my last video it continues to be true. The only difference is Greninja EX is here. It just made the deck way, way, way better. Made it way better. Suicune is still arguably the goat of the game still. So yeah, Suicune's incredible. Suicune's incredible. I don't even know if it's arguable. Mega Gyarados is playable. I actually don't even think he's very nice. Sorry to the Mega Gyarados fans. I'm not big on that energy cost. That's pretty much it. That's like that's pretty much the only thing really holding him back. Also, 140, it's good, but for 4 energy, 140, I don't know how I feel about that. It's definitely not bad though. Like, it's playable. Like, I just don't know if it's very, very, very nice. You could climb to master with it for sure, but I'm not big on it. But you know who I'm big on? Greninja EX. This guy is peak. I think he belongs in peak. I don't know if you guys agree with that. For sure, but I think Greninja EX 100% belongs in peak. It's crazy. That ability is future-proof. I think I said it in my Mega Rising tier list. Greninja EX's ability shifting stream is future-proof for all future EX or water-type Pokemon, period. That alone makes him great. 100 damage is insane, and his HP is insane. Actually, 100 damage isn't really insane. It's pretty good. But what's insane is his HP stat. That is ridiculous. Like, look at how much better he made Suicune, and Suicune was already crazy. So Greninja, you are insane. Greninja, you are quite insane. Pikachu EX, Circle Circuit. I think it was pretty good last meta. This meta, I'm not really big on it, so I'm gonna put it in okay maybe. It's just this meta specifically, I'm not big on it. That's my opinion on Pikachu EX. Zapdos is trash. Pachirisu is trash, you know. Sorry, you guys can argue with me if you want. I'm not big on them. This Pikachu, though, I think is playable. I think it's still pretty playable. Really good Cyrus energy. I just think this damage is necessary. In a mega meta, right? I think these big damage numbers are really appealing. The 90, I'm not big on. Alolan Raichu, I also still think is pretty playable. I think it's still pretty playable. Colorless, so it's still... You can run it in many different types of decks. I don't know why it's not ran more. I think Alolan Raichu is pretty nice. I think it's playable. I think it's a pretty nice card. Tapu Koko, I think it's still very nice. It's basic. You don't have to evolve into it. Fast damage. You know, I know I was dissing the 90 here, but... I don't know. I like that. And not only does it build itself, but it can attack for 1 energy, period. I like that a lot. I don't know, me personally, I like that a lot. I know some of you guys might not understand why Pikachu is so much lower. I don't know, it's Tapu Koko also always does 90. Pikachu, you need to, it's not like it's necessarily hard to get a full bench of electric ones, but theoretically you could brick. Theoretically you could brick and not have a full bench and not do 90 damage. Tapu Koko will always do 90 damage and it builds itself. So, I think Tapu Koko, of many of the electric types in the game right now, I think it's very nice. Lantern, I want to believe in Lantern, but not too huge on it. I'm going to put it in okay maybe. Sometimes Confusion just doesn't do anything. Raikou EX is playable. Raikou EX is playable. I want to put it with Entei because, it's a draw engine. The Cyrus support is interesting, but in an Indeedee world, well, Indeedee only heals the active, so, ooh, that is true. But 10 damage is still not that much. Like, it's easily healable. They need a healing card, but the Cyrus synergy is there, though. So I'm going to put it in playable. The Cyrus synergy is there. Not too big on it, though. Raichu EX, the promo Raichu EX, I don't know. 30 damage is so much recoil. 30 damage is so much recoil. But the damage is pretty nice, though. The damage is nice, 130. I'd rather just run Pikachu EX, though. Yeah, I'd rather run Pikachu EX. I don't know why would you even run Raichu EX? Because, I mean, you could say the HP, because Raichu EX has more HP, but it hurts itself. So, like, does it really have more HP? When it does 30 damage to itself? Like, what? I don't like that. Jolteon EX, I want to say is very nice, because Electromagnetic Wall with Boosted Evolution is it can be very, very, very oppressive. Very oppressive. The damage is really weak, though. The HP isn't great. Do I want to put it with Tapu Koko? Do I think it's as good as Tapu Koko? I don't know. I think Tapu Koko might slightly be better. I'm going to put it in playable. Jolteon EX is definitely playable. But I think I saw it and I kind of overrated how good it would be. So, yeah. I think I'm going to put it in playable for now. Mega Ampharos. You know what sucks? I love Mega Ampharos so much. I think it's playable. I want to put it in very nice so bad, but that energy requirement and 100 damage, only 100 damage for 3 energy? Oh, that's sad, man. The bench damage is crazy. The bench damage is crazy. But sometimes 100 damage just isn't enough and you will still lose the game. Sometimes the bench damage doesn't matter. Sometimes. And that high energy requirement, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I really like Mega Ampharos. Maybe in the future it'll be up here, but for now I'm putting Mega Ampharos in playable. I'm sorry to all the Mega Ampharos fans, I'm sorry. Guys, Gengar EX is finally playable, like all the memes, right? Oh, he's finally broken. No. Not big on Gengar. Sorry, guys, not big on Gengar. 3 energy, not big on that. I think I'm gonna put him in, I think Mewtwo is the biggest okay maybe ever. Mewtwo is like the definition of okay maybe you can make it work, like Indeedee's here, I guess. Aegislash is here, I guess. I don't know if you could really make that work. But, I don't know, it's hard to run Mewtwo without Guardy. In my opinion. So, yeah. Mew I actually think is pretty decent. I think Mew is pretty decent. I think it's playable in this meta. Like, that one video I uploaded, Mega Absol and Mew. It's kind of a cute idea. I think Mew is interesting. Mew's Aegislash synergy is interesting as well. There's a lot of things that make Mew interesting. So I'm going to put it in playable. I might be overrating Mew a little bit, but I'm a Mew believer. So all you Mew fans, yeah. Miss Maggie is 2 for 70 Confusion. I actually want to put it in okay maybe. It's not terrible. It's just Confusion sometimes does nothing. That's the problem that I have with these Confusion mons. Sometimes it does nothing, but I think maybe you can win with it. I think it's maybe you can win with it, yeah. Cresselia is trash. Giratina. I think for the first time in a while, guys. Yo, congratulations to all the haters. For the first time in a while, Giratina is not in peak. I think Giratina isn't very nice. Yeah. Dark Tina might be dropping a little bit. There's some crazy things in the game now. There are some crazy things in the game. I'm gonna have to put Giratina in very nice. It's still up here. It's still top tier. Keep in mind, guys, this is A and S tier. Giratina is still top tier, obviously, for sure. Giratina is super top tier. But I don't think it's peak anymore. I don't think it's peak, at least in this meta. Not anymore. But right now, in the Mega Rising meta that we're in right now, before the mini set, this is before the mini set, I think Giratina actually isn't very nice now. So Dark Tina, are your days numbered? I don't know, maybe. Lunala EX, I feel like the ability is so interesting, but it's a stage 2 Chingling. I don't know if it's worth running. I'm gonna put it in I don't know. I'm gonna put it in I don't know. I'm not really big on Lunala. Sylveon is still very nice. I think Sylveon is just incredible. I think Happy Ribbon is still a great thing. Aegislash Sylveon is very underrated. I wouldn't be surprised if it starts winning tournaments one day. It's just that it's kind of hard to get your Aegislashes out, but if you get them out, your Sylveon could do like, what, 130 damage? Potentially? Like, that's great. Is it 130? I believe it is. So, yeah, like, what are we... I don't know. Sylveon's great. I think Sylveon's still great. It's going to be hard for Sylveon to really fall, in my opinion. I think Sylveon Greninja could still win games, by the way. I just don't know about Peak. So I'm going to put it in very nice. Very nice card. I have the same opinion on Espeon EX as well. Very great. Very hard to take down. Indeedee Espeon? Come on now. Indeedee Espeon is incredible. I almost want to put these guys in Peak. To be honest. Like, is that crazy? Nah, I'm going to put them in very nice. Sylveon and Espeon are incredible cards. Mega Altaria, the GOAT of the game. Another potential GOAT. Up there with Suicune and Greninja. Potentially GOATs of the game. Like, Mega Altaria is... The deck that it's played in is consistent. It doesn't need rare candy. You can run Chingling. You can run Indeedee. You can run Lycia. You can run Jirachi. Like, you can run Galarian Corsola. You can run Giratina. Like, it's just so consistent. It's so much HP. Oh, it's just so annoying to fight. It's so fun to use. Mega Altaria is ridiculous. It deserves it. It deserves Peak. Mega Altaria deserves Peak. Very, very good card. I'm not gonna lie, so does Indeedee. Yep, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I don't know, I'm probably not the first one. Pocket Mads probably agrees with me, hopefully. You know, I have to catch up on his tier list as well. Shout out to Pocket Mads, I love you. Love you, Pocket Mads, you're the GOAT. But, yeah, Indeedee EX is extremely good. It works not only in Psychic type decks, it can work in a lot of different decks. The only problem is when you run Indeedee in a non-Psychic deck, you could break, if you start Indeedee, it could break the game entirely. But the fact that it has the potential to even be ran in all these decks is great. Yeah, it's just the premier healing Pokemon. If you want healing support, you're gonna run Indeedee EX. Like, what are you gonna run? Indeedee EX, obviously, right? We're into the fighting types. Holy moly. So we're done with the Psychic types. This is getting fun. Machamp EX is not good. Marowak EX is, I don't know. I think it's better than Machamp, but it's not great. Aerodactyl EX is interesting. I think it's the biggest okay maybe. It's another big okay maybe. I said Mewtwo was the biggest, but this is another biggest. Like, Aerodactyl is very interesting, especially in a Chingling meta. Like, the idea of running Chingling with Aerodactyl is really fun in my head, right? I don't know how well that works in practice, but in my head, that's really good. Gallade in my head is also decent, but I just don't know. People aren't big on running them, right? I think it's okay maybe. I think it's a big okay maybe. It belongs in okay maybe for sure. You might be able to make it work. Garchomp EX, I also feel like fell significantly down, maybe because of Chingling, I'm not sure. But I feel like it's decent, but no one's playing it. I don't know, people just don't want to play it. Lucario EX is very bad as well. Passimian EX is also very bad. I'm sorry, a lot of these fighting types, in my opinion, are nah. Lycanroc EX is not great either. Sorry, don't even know like what its purpose is. Donphan is good though. Donphan is actually very nice. Of all the fighting types, I think you can really, really win some games with Donphan. Maybe run it with Rampardos. I don't know, maybe even run it with Chingling. Why not? Chingling, Rampardos, Donphan, I'm not really sure if that makes sense, but in my head, it could win games. I really think it could win games. Donphan EX is one of the better fighting types. Very cheap to start too. Poliwrath interests me. I'm going to put him in I don't know, because he's very powerful. But you do have to do that water energy thing. Hitmonchan EX. I couldn't wait to talk about Hitmonchan. I think he's very nice. Actually, I don't know if I could do that. 50 damage is so strong early game. He one-shots Chingling. He's really good in fossil decks too. I'm a Hitmonchan believer. My Hitmonchan video, I feel like that I did pretty well there. I had pretty good win-loss record. But ranked wasn't out yet. I have to try him again in ranked. But on paper, I think Hitmonchan has potential. I think Hitmonchan has a lot of potential. I know it can't hit for weakness, but It doesn't really matter. He gets rid of baby Pokemon. Getting rid of Chingling is actually incredible. So, yeah. Weavile EX. Oh my gosh, no one talks about Weavile, man. And is it for good measure? I'm not sure. He doesn't need rare candy. It's a bonus. Scratching nails. Huh. Scratching nails. I just don't think... I think his damage is really weak. I think Weavile's damage is super weak nowadays. I think that's really what's holding him back, so I'm going to put him in I don't know. Darkrai. Yo. Another big congratulations to the haters of Darktina. I don't think Darkrai's peak anymore. I kind of want to put him next to Giratina so you can see Darktina, but I'll put him here. Yo. I just don't think Darktina's as broken as it used to be. I really don't think so. It's not winning everything anymore. I'm not seeing it in ranked. Darktina is finally falling. It's not like it fell too low. It only dropped 1 tier. But I just don't think there's like a huge desire to run it. And I don't think you need to run it this hard. Like, it's just not as good as it used to be. I really don't think so. But you can still lose to it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's still like broken. It's just not as stupidly Omega broken as it used to be. That's what I will say about that. We have Paldean. What is this? Clodsire, right? Not big on Clodsire. I'm gonna put it in, I don't know, I'm really not big on it. Alolan Muck is trash. Guzzlord, I still think is pretty good. Like, I'd say it's playable to very nice. Actually, I'm gonna put it in very nice. They didn't win a tournament recently. Poison Guzzlord is still very, very good with Naganadel and stuff. I think Guzzlord's great. I think Guzzlord's actually great. Crobat, I have so much belief in. I think it's so playable. Don't really know why it's not being ran. Don't really know why it's not winning. I don't know why. I guess maybe Chingling stuff, maybe, but I don't know why. Like, Crobat's so strong to me with Nihilego, for sure. I think Crobat's super playable. Umbreon EX I'm not big on. I'm going to put it in maybe. Not big on Umbreon EX. I think the damage is really bad. The ability is overrated. Mega Absol. I'm kind of in the same boat as Pocket Mads, but I'm not going to sit here and deny the results. So I'm going to put Mega Absol in peak. I kind of agree with Pocket Mads that Mega Absol kind of gets carried by the cards around it, but it's still there for a reason. It's in these decks for a reason. It's strong. The ability, you can't lie. Darkness Claw is just strong. We can't sit here and lie. Getting rid of a supporter confirmed is always going to be strong. That is strong. Like, it's strong. It's very good late game. Yeah, the only thing holding it back is the 80 damage is not that much, but the ability is insane. The ability is insane. Dragalge EX, I'm also not big on. I don't know. I'm really not big on it. It could be interesting in the Lego decks, so I'll put it in, okay, maybe, but I could see myself dropping it down in the future. But that's how I feel about Dragalge. I think it's just an okay, maybe mono. All right, we're almost done here, guys. Dialga EX, we can get through these, right? We can body the rest of these real fast. Dialga EX is playable. Only because Steel type has no other accelerator, so if you need him, you need him. Like, if you need an accelerator for Steel, you need him. Or Metal, whatever you want to call it. Probopass is not great. I don't know, I just don't think that's great. Tinkaton is not great, either. I don't think Tinkaton's great. Solgaleo, I don't think is as broken, but I still think he's very nice. He's still broken. Not as broken. There's a few more ways to deal with him. There's a really good Fire-type deck on the loose. Chingling exists, you know. Alolan Duck Trio, I'm also not big on, but I think it's playable. I just don't like the RNG aspect of it, but I think I like it more than Celebi. I'm not sure. I think I do. Skarmory EX is really interesting. I think it's playable as well. I just don't think people want to play it, but I think it's good, if that makes sense. Melmetal EX. You need a Pokemon tool, you can do 150 damage. I don't know why I'm not big on this guy. You need to run Memory Light, right? But the fact that you need it inactive, it could take a lot of damage. Like, Mega Blazing it could just, like, ruin your day. I'm gonna put him in okay, maybe. I know that might not, I know you Melmetal fans are like, no, he just came out. I know. I just don't think he's that great, though, I'm sorry. Ultra Necrozma is not great. Dragonite EX used to be so broken. I still think he's very nice, but it's harder to play him in this meta. 180 damage is super strong, but we have Megamons that don't get one-shot now, so it's a little bit harder to justify running him, right? But I think he got harder to play. but I still want to put Dragonite in very nice. I'm not being biased. I think he belongs up here. People just don't want to play him. It's harder to play him, for sure. Wigglytuff EX is not great. Pidgeot EX is, I don't know. Lickitung EX is not great. Arceus EX is peak. I know some of you might not agree with me. This might be my biggest upsets in peak, right? Maybe. You guys didn't expect me putting Arceus up here. He's colorless. He's great. Crobat Arceus is broken. You will literally climb to master with it. Trust me. Me and my friend Arceus, my friend Styles, we've tried it and we've gone on pretty good win streaks in ranked with Arceus Crobat. I made a video on it actually. I think it's amazing. I think that deck is incredible right now. Just people just aren't playing it. I think Licia made that deck broken, and Arceus is very versatile. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Bibarel's trash. Rayquaza is I don't know. I don't think he's as bad as these other normal types. Snorlax EX is playable. I just don't think people want to really use him nowadays, so I'm gonna put him here. EVEX is, like I said, the utility of EVEX is great, so it will always be playable, minimum. There's not much else I want to say about it. Lugia is not great. I'm gonna put him in, I don't know. Don't think he's great. Blissey EX is also not really that great. Sorry, I don't think a lot of these mons are great. Tauros is, maybe. I don't like that recoil, but it's an RNG based card. You know how I feel about that. And the final card is Mega Pidgeot EX, who I think is maybe. I'm sorry, the fact that he has a chance to do no damage is just literally like you could randomly just brick and lose the game. I hate that about him. But you could definitely win with him. That's why I'm putting him in maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna put him in maybe. His ability is really strong, but I don't like the RNG aspect of it. You know how I feel about RNG cards. And 3 for 100 is like the Mega Ampharos problem. But Mega Ampharos does the bench damage, I think, is stronger than removing energy. Anyways, there we go. I feel like, I don't know how fast this video was. I don't think it was too long, right? I feel like I did that pretty decently fast. But here's my tier list. Wait, let me do a slower scroll. So yeah, as you can see, this is the Nah tier, right? The I don't know tier. And we're coming up on the other tiers as this scrolls very slowly. Anyways, like and subscribe and let me know who you think the best cards in the game are. You know, it's the usual thing that we do for tier lists. I'd love to hear your opinions and everything, you know. Be nice in the comments, guys. Be nice. Have nice discussion, please. Like I say every video, this is a positive community only. So everybody be nice. It's the rule. And yeah, like let's hear your opinions though. Like, let's hear your opinions. You know, we want to be nice, but we also want to hear all the opinions, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. Anyways, right? I'm gonna say thank you guys for the support. I love you guys so much. I say this every video, but truthfully, you don't know how much it means to me. You know, this is crazy. You know, I know there are pocket tubers or YouTubers in general that do better than us and everything like that, but I think in our own right, we're blessed in our own right to have what we have in this community. You know, the fact that I even have 1,000 subs. Imagine 1,000 of you guys just like watching my video in like an auditorium or something. I know that sounds random, but that'd be really cool, right? Like a theater. Like that's a lot of people. So I appreciate all of you, the ranchers, the ranch fam, whatever you call ourselves. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, great weekend. And yeah, I love you. I'm out.